This is DzuM, so-called Mr. Jumanji, and today we're gonna play a new game, Patron. So without waiting, I'm gonna make name of my city. Of course, it must be Jumanji, and to make it good start, I kinda like this one. Let's go with it. Right, so I already played this game for like 2 days maybe. I was checking many different variations and options, and definitely we're gonna play challenge, and I think the most challenging map is this one, Fjords of Argh. I checked all of them, and basically we are not even going to bother about this difficulty normal, because they are easy maps, and the real fun begins over here. And whatever I checked, this one is easy. To Oasis is easy. Highlands, it's also quite easy. And then we got these two, Fjords of Argh and Archipelago. And as long as Archipelago is also very challenging, because you need to build a lot of bridges and you don't have like proper space to build your city and other stuff. This is a tropical one, so it means that it's a little bit easier. Of course, it got many different other things than, for example, cold one, but I reckon that this Fjords of Argh, it's one of the most exciting maps, let's say this way. Of course, we're choosing extreme. We are not going to change anything. But whenever I was testing exactly this map on level like that without changing anything, at some point I was thinking about maybe like doing some events, because right now we have none, and it's also like challenging making like many different like whatever king is bringing, or the ships and stuff like that. But at the end I just thought that it also helps a little bit, like at the beginning, especially at the beginning of the game, when you got only 7 adults over here. You suddenly gonna get some rescuers or some other immigrants or stuff like that, and suddenly you can get like 3 or 4 extra people, which especially at the beginning it just helps too much. This is why we are going to leave it how it is. So let's go. And of course, at the beginning we got all those hints and stuff like that, but we are not going to bother about it. And why am I thinking that this map is the most challenging? First of all, it's not a lot of forests close to our townhouse, so it's a little bit more challenging to get wood at the beginning of the game. And other thing, most of the maps got town hall very close to water, and as you can see over here, the distance is quite quite a lot. Basically what map isn't rich in fertility of the soil, so that's also like a little bit challenging. Archipelago is actually similar if we're talking about that, but it got bigger possibilities with building your farms, and the only thing which is actually like helping us is Argh. But whatever I played 4 or 5 times already, like I've reached 2000 population, and I nearly had a lot of like land built and stuff like that. I never used a lot of mining, so like it doesn't help me, to be honest. So this is why we're gonna go. Of course, there are many different buttons. You can check it yourself. The shortcuts basically for the controls. So I'm not going to go through it, and as well I'm not going to go how the game works or anything like it. The only thing what I'm going to do, it's basically show, not only show, but I'm gonna play extreme version. So I'm gonna put myself for a grid. I don't know why, but it makes my life easier. So at the beginning, without even waiting, we must build some houses and shelters. And I'm using shelter, yes, I know, I am using shelter right on, because shelter is good whenever later on we're gonna go and unblock immigration over here, and we're gonna have any immigrants, and whenever I might be like at the situation that I won't have any empty houses, so then there's a shelter. And we're gonna start our game with tents. Yes, I'm not going to build any houses. I'm going to build 3 tents for now. Actually, let's put 4th one. Only 3 of them will be built anyway. So basically that's our housing. And for the food, I'm not going to build any depot yet. Everything what we need, we got over here. That's where we are focusing right now. Of course, I'm gonna cut this wood probably because I'm gonna need it. Maybe we're gonna go a little bit further. But from now on, I'm gonna put the gatherer right over here. I'm just gonna have a look. Make a little bit more, and to make it as close as town hall as it possible. It looks like that will be the one. And from now on, we started building everything. Of course, we're gonna have housing shortage right on. This is why we are focusing on that. So we got 3 tents, and we're gonna have shelter in a second. So that's gonna sort out all our housing. And for gatherer's shelter, gonna provide us some food, which is very important at the beginning of the game, as much as the firewood. This is why I'm waiting here. So right now we're gonna put this one into priority. I pause the game again, and right now we're gonna build a sawmill. And why did I build at the beginning right on tents, not the not houses, because they are not going to use so much firewood as the houses would. So this is why at the very early stage this is very important, because we should be able to just run everything on one guy on sawmill for a while without even any upgrades. So this is why tents, probably we're gonna live in a tent for the first few years in the game, but right now we need to gather some wood. Yeah, we are missing lumber. Easy peasy Japanesey. Just go. Everything is going under the control. So next thing, whenever we got set up similar like that, you don't have to build exactly like I'm doing over here. I'm going to start building roads. So this helps our citizens to run faster, walk faster, straight on, and large baskets. Yes. And now we're putting one lad into sawmill and one carrier. So basically now it's time to build our roads. Also going to put some roads in here, because I know maybe not only roads but those signs, because I know that we're gonna need this wood in a second. No food in the warehouse, large baskets, and now we're building so a hunting lodge. Should be able to start getting food in a second. Not even waiting, I'm just cutting this wood straight on. Probably gonna get that far in a second. So basically the only thing what we can do now is wait. Now we're waiting. We got some food coming in. We're gonna have a little bit more in a second whenever this hunting lodge will be built. As you can see, firewood more or less is under control. Now it's only a matter of building this hunting lodge. grab this as well. So this is that kind of game that sometimes you just need to wait until some things happen, just like we're waiting now. Come on, it's a construction priority. Should have built it already. Come on, where are my people? Come on, people. Right, I reckon that's it for now. That should do. Come on, build me this, yes. Straight on, bank. No expansions yet. Actually, we can use some tools. We got just and let's do that. We don't need level yet, so we are not even bothered about it. And we're gonna leave the trapper training for later because we're gonna need iron right now. We're gonna put large baskets, and I reckon that the food situation is sorted right now. We're gonna expand gather shelter to put one more lot in there, and in the meantime now we can chop all this wood. Alright, we're getting no firewood, easy peasy. It's gonna get the we are producing more or less the amount we are using. Adrian was born. That's our first born resident. As you can see right now, they finished the other 10 because we got some lava from hunting lodge. Right, for the time being, I'm gonna put another into sawmill. Just to run a little bit more firewood to have a little bit more in supplies. Because December, January, February, I reckon, and then March are the most extreme months. They are using firewood a little bit more, and as you can see, we are producing a little bit more than we're using. Right, whenever I was testing it exactly on an extreme and everything said I had sawmill in a little bit different location. I just don't like to do things all the time in the same way. This is why I changed the setup a little bit, how I had it last time. And right now, as you can see, we are clearly making a lot of firewood right now. Food is also not bad, but we're gonna... Of course, each time whenever you're playing, it's different scenarios. Like You might have a young become an adult even in a year one or at the beginning of the year two. Many different. You might even get some immigrants in, and we still didn't get anything from the king. Like for example, 150 corn, which he usually gives, money, and basically firewood. We are having a gatherer shelter as it been in the hints. But as I said, don't worry, easy peasy. Everything is under control. This is our temporary setup because we are definitely gatherers right now. Right, we don't need this guy. We can go collect some more food now. Firewood should be alright for time being. Now we need a little bit more food. Yeah, let's go with it. Arthur and Florence have married. Oh, we got one extra body in. Oh, Lawrence and Agnes died of starvation. Florence just moved in. Lawrence and Agnes are the children, unfortunately. No food in the warehouse, yeah, because we got two. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You got many different scenarios right now. We already been on the edge of having food in the warehouse, and Julius and Francesca moved in. So right now we got two more people to feed, and Florence died of starvation. So this is not a good beginning, basically. This is very bad beginning, I would say. We are struggling with, I don't know why we are struggling with food right now. We are producing much more than we can eat, but we eating it. So and Arthur died of starvation. So we lost four already people. That's bad, that's bad. That's very bad. But we lost. That's what I was saying. This map is very challenging. If you really wanna play a challenge on an extreme level, you should try this one definitely. Right. As you can see, we are fine with firewood. I don't know why at the beginning it was crying that it's not enough. We got more than enough with one guy just in. It's just a matter of food now. Right, so we got expert butcher. We've got gatherer's shelter, maximum. We just need to have this food coming in. We've got one worker, one carrier. Okie doke. I need a little bit more wood now. And as I said, we still didn't get any help from King, when he usually gives us at the beginning of the game. And it doesn't matter if you play, I know that we don't have any events on or anything like that, but wherever I played, it doesn't matter what kind of game, you always get for gatherers shelter, for building it and upgrading it. You get 150 corn along with some lumber, I believe, and for upgrading something in research as well, but that's irrelevant because we somehow went through it. Right, firewood is not bad. So right now it's time probably to build our very first depot. Gonna build 2 right on. I got very first depot now. Got second depot coming in. Right, and that will be the end of the first episode. Consider subscribing, leave a comment, like, do whatever you want. I had to cut this episode into 3 parts, let's say this way, because that was meant to be a little bit longer, but due to YouTube limitations and restrictions for a new account, I had to make it a little bit shorter. This is why episode number 2 and 3 gonna follow soon. Please write in the comments below whatever you would change, any tips and hints, whatever you expect from me, what do you want to see, if you prefer to have music from the game, or do you want me to put some different kind of music in the background. Anything what going into your mind, leave a comment. I'm gonna try to respond to all of them. Alright, so that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you later, guys.